Afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever, wherever you are. I hope this finds you well. It is almost exactly noon here, so I guess we're technically afternoon. I gotta get ready. I got a vape that's been leaking dramatically, so I gotta go get a new vape today. We're getting a little stoned. It's comfortable enough that I could sit here and do a reading from my philology book, The Invention of the Sacred Text, which is something I need to spend time with. Because you will notice, if you are paying attention to Shaggy Philolitea, the man, as well as the channel, you will notice, if you are paying attention, that there is a dizzying array of interconnected metatext happening in everything that I'm doing artistically. Also, I'm not 100% sure that the spine of my tent hasn't collapsed several inches. But it might also be just the way I'm sitting in the tent. But I'm pretty sure. No, there's not undue tension pulling on this. I can feel that there's not. And when I lift up on it, the spine doesn't relieve a whole bunch of tension and then spring up above me. I think I'm just freaking out. I gotta make sure this tent doesn't collapse around me in the cold. So anyway, I gotta brush my teeth. We gotta get ready. We gotta get out of here. I gotta go get a vape. I gotta go to Panera. I gotta get my day going. If I'm ever gonna make money at this thing, we gotta A, be consistent, and B, I gotta get at it today. If I'm gonna make money at it today, I gotta get at it today, which means hello, mafioso, which means that I gotta decide what and whether I'm eating right now. Because uh, if I stop at the burger joint, I'm gonna end the stream. If I stop at Cottage for a burger, I'm gonna end the stream, and so I have to know that I've made money from a satisfied audience to make that choice. If I eat at Panera, I'm gonna be less satisfied with my food decisions, and I'm gonna be less happy overall about my expenditures. If I eat at Panera, that's because I didn't make any money today, and so I'm gonna be uh, betting on the mercy. No, I don't follow baseball. Good morning, Cat. I'm going to be, and good morning, Mafioso. I'm going to be betting on the mercy and kindness of the Panera kids to help your brother, or help a boy, help your boy, help a brother out um, with prices. Uh, I always forget that I'm betting on that when I shop there with those kids. I really do, though, think that I'm either sitting more upright because my back and my hips are stronger, or my tent is about 3 inches shorter than it was. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just sitting further forward in it. Maybe I'm just trying to get into the spine because I'm sitting more upright. I think it's a me thing. Good morning, Eric. I think I saw that Rach announced herself. Good morning, Rach. Um, it's not morning where either of you is. It is noon. But here we go. My day has begun. It is morning until I say so. if our reality, or if our perception dictates our reality, then stating my reality is communicating it to you. To dictate just means to speak. Now, people mean dictate as in the diktat of the dictator. But the dictator was the Speaker of the Senate, guys. He was the person in the Senate whose voice mattered. So, on my channel, I am the dictator. I am the dictator. As you know, from my whole playing Brotato a lot and being a dick. Ah, so you're dictator, Dennis? Yeah, you got that right, you son of a bitch. Well, lo and behold, I think I figured out the name of my next character on the channel. And this is why we do this. When did your mom stop sucking dick for money, James? While we're on the subject of roasting idiots, Vicente, sí. All I need now is a nice fat cigar. Did you know that crowd work is what comedians do when they're annoyed at the crowd for not participating in the show? And a pinky ring? Yes. A fat cigar, and a pinky ring, and aged Brazilian figure skater who likes to hork on hog. Tell me how to have a good time, Skip. Maybe. That's the warming. Where's Mexi Man when you need him? Are you guys like a Boost Mobile commercial or something with the where you at? Taking you idiots back to 2005 when Boost Mobile was just a baby. Fuck. There's an eyelash in my eyelashes. It went rogue. Like a woman losing an argument. It said, yeah, well, you got a little dick and you're a mama's boy. God damn. What did I do? Just wash my face, homie. Some people, man. Some people's kids. Some kids' parents. Just don't know when they're not welcome. When they're being encouraged to leave. Anyway, crowd work is what comedians do when their bits are bombing. Crowd work is what comedians do when they're angry at the crowd. So if your comedian starts roasting the audience, if your YouTuber, your live streamer starts roasting the audience is doing a bad job at their job. It doesn't even feel like it's crooked. Just, I know how I could find out. I know how I could test it. And I know how I slept. So I think I'm just freaking out. I think I'm just having PTSD. Not PTSD, PTS. I think I'm just having post-traumatic stress. And so anyway, I need to earn cigarettes. I need to earn nicotine. I've got weed. I feel like my tent is collapsing around me. I feel like it's shorter than it was. But I think it's just me who's sitting more upright. I'm having a post-traumatic stress response from watching my tent slowly collapse in around me last spring. But I know how I can test it. Hmm. I don't think it shrunk. But I also don't know that it's 7 feet long anymore. I think it's just shrunk in the heat, in the cold. On some level, that's kind of where I'm at. But also, I've got a bunch of shit in here. It fills up the. Hey, OPM, what's up? What's up, Slim? I just feel like this was above my head at this level, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was just hunching under it like this to stay in the camera all this time. There is no up for it to go. I don't think it's collapsed. Hello, Lulu. I think I'm just sitting in a different spot and I'm overthinking it. I think I'm just having a post-traumatic stress response to watching it collapse around me before, so I'm overanalyzing the dimensions and the look, because this was like down in my face. I had to take it off in order to shoot in here. I don't know that need a bigger one is where we're at. Because that's a lot of work. And if I get a bigger one, I might need a new location. I picked this way. I picked this spot with these dimensions in mind. X0X crossed X0X is a working example of people will take their own conclusions. They will come to their own conclusions. They will decide what they want to decide. You can't control what people take away. You can't control what people think. You can't control how people act. And you can't control the order in which they introduce themselves. What you can control, however, is how you react. Who's to say? Who guarantees? Again, you can't know what people know. Who guarantees I saw the question? What guarantees I saw your question? You didn't answer mine. Do I know there was one? You have the best idea ever, Eric? Okay, Rach. So anyway, you can't know what people know. He's a case example of how you can't know what people know. He assumed he knew what I knew, and that was his fatal flaw, because I didn't know what he knew. He claimed to know that a question was asked, but I did not know that a question was asked. He claimed to know what question was asked. I did not know what question was asked. He claimed that there was a question to be found. I did not know that there was a question to be found. NPCs will approach you all the time with false information that's useless. Doesn't give you anything at all toward what you're headed or what your goal is. You can be having a conversation about anything, and people will approach and try to say things that aren't true. Whether they try to say things that aren't factual, whether they try to say things that don't represent the reality that you cohabit, or whether they say things that are just inaccurate. They will say things that aren't true. Just like when we're playing the early Final Fantasies, and we go around and we talk to NPCs, and we're trying to figure out some way to stop this world-ending calamity, and people are talking to us about their dogs and their cats and their grandchildren and things that have absolutely nothing to do with the plot. And we're just like, yep, glad I talked to you today. Glad I talked to you today. You contributed toward what's actually going wrong in the world. You contributed toward what I'm trying to get done today. You contributed toward what we collectively are trying to get done today by telling me some bullshit that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Eater of pigs. Y'all think I'm fucking around. Y'all really think I'm joking. Y'all really think I'm playing. Y'all really think that we're friends and that you're cool. That's what blows my mind, is that so many of you think that you're socially normative and cool. You think you're gonna do this dumb shit and people are gonna stand up and give you kudos for it, and people are gonna cheer you on. You really believe that? That's the only thing you learned from school. That's the only thing you learned, is that you can be disruptive, and there is a percentage of the people in the audience and the collective who will turn and praise you for it. That's all you learned, is the lowest common denominator of attention seeking is to be disruptive. And so you are. I'm glad I met you. You gave me something to talk about today. Worthless fucking loser. It's like, where do these people get their sense of self-worth from? Anyway. People aren't strange, though. People are basic. People are basic. They're very simple. They don't know they're simple. Strange, weird, uncanny. These words all mean supernatural. People aren't supernatural. The strange, like Doctor Strange, means Doctor Supernatural. The word strange means of the category supernatural. People aren't supernatural. People aren't strange. People aren't uncanny. They're not even hard to understand. With just a little bit of observation and a little bit of like background knowledge of what you're looking at. People are basic. They're lazy. No, Eric, you're not strange. You are perfectly canny. Damn, this mosquito has been in here just eating up my legs. I also need to make about $20 for laundry. I gotta get detergent and I gotta do all my shit. I gotta do my bags and everything. Eric, you were perfectly normative. You were just perfectly normal for your class of person. For your experiences, your age group, your interests, your likes. You're perfectly normative. I'm not saying that you're not unique, and I'm not saying that you're not original to yourself, true to yourself even. I'm just saying you're normative. Good morning, Christy. If you can't find me live, Christy, I'm on Discord. Because I'm not even paying attention, paying attention, paying attention, paying attention. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention, paying attention, paying attention, paying attention. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention, paying attention, paying attention, paying attention. Yeah, I'm not even paying attention, paying attention, paying attention, paying attention. In a world where 2 + 2 = 5, I'm not even paying attention. When I try to say alone, but I can't say no, because I'm not. Don't be about to say, so they got sympathy, but not. Cause I'm not. All hail to the thief, all hail to the thief, but I'm not. But I'm not. I'm not. But I'm not. But I question my authority above me and my blocks, cause I'm not. But I'm not. I'll go and tell the king that the sky is falling in, but it's not. But it's not. But it's not. But it's not. Maybe not. Love that song. Go and tell the king that the sky is falling in, but it's not. But it's not. But it's not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Love this fucking album, man. Somebody was talking to me about Radiohead the other day, and I said, you know what? One of my very favorite records of all time is Radiohead's Hail to the Thief, and that's all I've listened to since then. I open my YouTube and it's just on that record, and I go, oh, I may as well. Sit down, stand up. Sit down. It's so prescient. Stand up. Being told to sit down just to stand up again. Crack on the edges of hell. See, there's a reason. There's a reason that people get out of the military and become anti-authoritarian, anti-establishmentarian, and really, really skeptical of their government. And it has absolutely nothing to do with their service. It has absolutely everything to do with what they did during their service. And it was a lot of mopping parking lots. It was a lot of bullshit. They did a lot of bullshit because they were being paid and there was nobody to kill. They were professional killers with no one that they were illegally allowed to kill. Imagine if for some reason, just everybody stopped showing up. Everybody, except for the teams in the NFL. Everybody stopped showing up except the teams. We're talking about the grounds crews. We're talking about the chain gangs, the fans, the people who do admissions, concessions, the owners, the famous people that chill in the booths, the coaches. Everybody one day just doesn't show up. Are the teams going to play? They're being paid. And so soldiers are told to do a lot of bullshit. They are put through a lot of bullshit. A lot of swabbing poop decks that were swabbed 15 minutes ago and nobody's pooped on it since then. A lot of that. And so when they come out and they look around, they go, oh, that's all anybody's doing. We thought we were defending you fucking assholes because you're doing important work. And all you fucking assholes are doing is fucking smoking in parking lots. Just so you have something to do while you smoke in the parking lot. And they go insane. Because they were told during their service, and for the longer they served, the more insane they go. They were told for the entire length of their service that they were protecting you so you could do important shit. And they come back and they find that your important shit is gooning. And they lose their fucking minds. So whose fault is it, though? Is it the government's fault? Or is it yours for standing around with your dick in your hand in a parking lot all fucking day? Like, who are you letting down? I support the troops. Yeah, by doing what? Fucking their girlfriends while they're off? While they're overseas? Go fuck yourselves with the I support the troops shit. They don't like hearing that stuff. They hate that stuff. Yeah, you support us? Give me money. Buy me lunch. Support me financially. Don't support me emotionally. You don't know what I'm going through emotionally. You don't know why I fucking hate you. I hate you because you think you get to say things like I support this emotionally. Go fuck yourself and your emotions. What are your emotions going to do but turn on me when I do something you don't like? Like be me. Is what soldiers ask. Soldiers tend to like me. They don't tend to stick around. But soldiers tend to like me. Because my dad trained me to be somebody that he could vent his very real post-traumatic stress from combat service in our United States Army. So they don't tend to stick around, soldiers, especially soldiers that have served, because they're insane. Because I look like I'm just sitting around with my dick in my hand. But they don't stick around because they feel like sitting and talking to me, sitting and talking to a therapist, sitting and working towards something artistic or something very long-term and in the very deep future isn't the work of a soldier. This is why soldiers like Marcus Aurelius and Socrates had very little time for actually sitting around and talking. Socrates was a sculptor. People came and watched Socrates sculpt. Plato was a playwright. People came around and listened to Plato imagine conversations from dead people. I am Shaggy. I am Phil Aliteo. And I need to put on my wet socks. And I'm dreading it. Can you tell? I got accustomed to not wearing shoes. Yeah, he saw a dinosaur in the cave and it came and it ate his friend. Oh, you went back and listened, Eric? It's a good book. It's not a good book. But it's a fun read. It's a fun read if you just take it as what it was. For those who don't know, what? Just socks. Anyway, they're just gonna get wet anyway, because I got sweaty feet. Anyway, maybe you'll be president. Edward Bulwer Lytton, the one guy died. Yeah, he fell by chance from the same spot that our hero fell from, and his bro died, and then he got hit in the head, and yeah, and then the dinosaur came and ate him. He said it looked something like a giant crocodile. And if I have a girlfriend who's a really good girlfriend, she will recognize that opening sequence from a book that I read to her in private weeks ago, where a guy fought a giant reptile thing in a cave deep beneath the earth. She will recognize influences across my work and across my favorite. She will understand why Spoopyween is happening. I'm trying to teach you motherfuckers who I am. One book, one lecture, one troll, one act of crowd work at a time. How did I get here? I got here by being widely read. And then I got lazy because I don't know if you know this, but you gotta sit and you gotta sit still and focus for like minutes on end, like more than just a few of them, sometimes hours, sometimes days. Some of these books, I don't know if you've ever read a book, some of these fucking things are long, really fucking thick, and like super boring. And so I got lazy and I just started listening to people talk about them. Like, all right, fine. I'll listen to the people who claim to have read them talk about them. And then I realized, oh, these people have only read the first 50 pages. Oh, fuck. They've read the first 50 pages in the Cliff's Notes. Fuck, I gotta read these fucking books. And then I sat down and I started over and I said, okay, I'm gonna read these fucking books. Here we go. Okay. And then I woke up from being very bored and I said, okay, that's not gonna work. And this is where you come in. We're rotten fruit. We're damaged goods. What the hell? We got nothing more to lose. Want us and we will probably crumble. We're back drifters. This song could all be just personal experiences that Tom York and the other songwriters of Radiohead had. I don't know if Tom York is the primary or sole lyricist. I don't know. I don't know this band like that. That's kind of a throwback. I'm kind of having a throwback conversation with an ex-girlfriend right now about this. She couldn't understand how I like this record so much, but I'm not really interested in seeing Radiohead live. Radiohead in a live band. This is inconvenient as shit. Well, that's a statement, Mo. And that sounds like syphilis. You might want to get that checked out. So you're backtracking. Oh, you fell into our arms. You fell into our arms. We tried, but there was nothing we could do. so many cool fucking soundscapes happening on this record, man. What the hell? We got nothing more to lose. They warned us that we will probably crumble. We're back drifters. What is rope hook? No. It's in the same spot. I'm just sitting with better posture because my body is stronger because I'm putting on muscle. So, good problem to have that my tent is too short to be comfortably inside for a long period of time. That's a good problem to have. That means I've almost outgrown it financially and spiritually. This close. This close. The heart popped him in the face. Oh yeah. You still fucking talking about that, Eric? Sorry, I didn't mean to add the fucking there like I'm impatient for you to move on. It just surprised me. Shut up, Rach. I don't even want to hear it. Some say, Father, ride upon now over my dead body. Them say, Vegas, only pound over my dead body. Someone's subtle, someone's daughter over my dead body. Give me a reason to read Lovecraft to you guys. Seriously, I would love to read At the Mountains of Madness to you guys. Body. I might do it anyway now that I've said it out loud. Somebody push me, illness, wash out all my. They don't want a lot of monster taking over. Tick on down, tie him down. We don't want the loonies taking over. Tick on down, tie him down. With only lost way, it comes to you as you sleep. Just when they push me, learn this, wash away from me. Bow cow cow, bow cow cow, bow cow. Ooh, no mildew, baby. I'm not gonna be a stinky boy today. No sir, no way. Hey, hey, hey. See, rap is fucking easy, dudes. Sorry. It's just fucking easy. Boogle dogo boogie jo bugger jo doogie boogie. That's what I just did, Rach. That's how I responded to that. I will finish that Exile for you someday. Oh, new schedule change. 6 o'clock, motherfuckers. You're done with me for 2 hours. Well, at least at 6 o'clock until time. You're done with me. Nah, I don't like Rammstein. That cannot be the question that's been burning in your mind since the beginning of time, though. Anyway. I don't know that anything could be further from my sonic wheelhouse than Rammstein. There's a getaway in between. There's a getaway I live where I am and you begin. I'm sorry for the dinosaurs roam the earth. The sky turned gray where I am and you begin. My girlfriend didn't believe me that I bring the pillow that she bought me when we first met to sit on every day. Engel does mean angel. The clouds, I'm upon the clouds, and I can't from down. Where the washing out apart, where I end and where you start. Will you left me alone? She left me alone. This guitar part is just so fucking tortured. It's such a simple, simple riff. The place where the water waves, where the arms were in the spring, in the sea. The bass does so much heavy lifting on this record. Miss you, I will let you, I will let you, I will let you, I will never go back, 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 I will let you, I will let you. Yeah, the bass does so much heavy lifting, man. He came in with so many good lines that they you can really tell that they just built these songs around where he was at. I will let you, I will let you, I will never go back, I will never. I don't actually know what that's what he's saying. I will let you alive, I will let you alive. Scooter fire? Scooter? I don't know what scooter is. scooter sounds like what dogs do when they got butt worms. And since I've gotten no feedback and I have made no dollars today that I'm aware of. I haven't gotten any notifications. Yeah, I've made no dollars today. It sounds like that's a Panera Day to me. Are you hungry? This song is when I knew that it was over between me and Devin. It should have been over a lot sooner. But this is the song. We were tripping acid together at her bequest. I just fucked her into a stupor. And she told me to turn off Radiohead. And I said, bitch. The last time we'd tripped together, 2 weeks before that, I told her the whole time, all I want from you, I told her all I want from you is to play Minecraft. I just want to play Minecraft. No, wait, Rach, you didn't hear the part where I said if I make money, I'll go to Pizza Cottage and I'll have a burger and I'll end this live. And if I don't make money, I'll go to Panera and I'll have a bowl of soup or a sandwich or something. I'll just be unhappy with what I eat. Oh, well, there you go. Never mind, guys. I guess I'm going to Pizza Cottage. I'm having a burger. This woman don't listen too good. But anyway, I told her before we started, all I want to do, once she had been fucked into a puddle, was to be left the fuck alone so I could trip out and play Minecraft. Well, here's the thing is I kind of got to pee, and I don't pee there. Yeah, you're dumb, Rach. Anyway, I don't have any debt to me. I want to be left alone to play Minecraft. And at some point during that, she fell on the fucking floor. And then when I finally got her dumb ass to get out of the stupid fucking floor, I looked up and 2 hours had passed. Anyway, give me a second. No, she just wouldn't get out of the fucking floor. I was so fucking mad. She fell and she goes, oh, I fell and oh, I can't get up and oh, I'm so tripping balls on acid. And I'm like, get up. Anyway, I was salty about it. And so what I said to her He said, you don't just want all of my time and all of my damn money. You want to control my trip too. Whoa. She just wanted to control my trip. She just didn't want me to play Minecraft because it meant she would be alone with her trip. She didn't want to introspect. And I liked to trip so I could introspect, so I could think and I could feel, and I can organize my brain. And I liked to listen to challenging music while I did it. I can no longer trip because of my pelvic floor injury. Yeah, damn it, right. Yeah, my fucking time is my fucking time. Bitch. I'm like, come on, all I'm asking for is a couple hours to play Minecraft in the same room as you. Fuck. And this is why, gentlemen, you need to evaluate a woman for her relationship with her father. Because if you know how much attention their fathers gave them, you will know the bare minimum they want from you. And that's more than their dads gave. So if you're competing with a daddy's girl, just take the pussy and run. Because that electro-complex shit ain't worth it. I'm not talking about you, Rach. Not in the way I mean. Yeah, right. So I kept fucking telling her. Just like, goddamn, we're in the same fucking room. I don't have to watch you play. Fuck. Especially because she didn't like to watch me play. We had this whole setup. I spent so much fucking money. I let her spend a lot of money. She wanted to be like, oh, it's on my credit card. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, you only have money at all, so you won't bitch at me about how slow I am to spend mine. Which is the way it's supposed to be, boys. Like in Sumer, if a married woman wanted spending money, she had to own a loom. Get to weaving, bitch! I'll buy you the materials, but get your ass to fucking working. She had to work in the business. She had to be a secretary. She had to be literate. She had to do something. There was no sitting around. No more sitting around. I think that's what it is. Because I've noticed a certain kind of post-Marxism among anthropologists of deep antiquity. And so before about 4K BCE, that's not exactly right, but before about 4K BCE, these people describe the time period between about 10K and 4K as like an almost ideal, utopian human society worldwide. And I think, the best I can tell, what it was is women weren't expected to provide in the economy. That's the best I can tell, because it's a lot of women. It's a lot of women pushing this mythology. And so a consistent description like that means there's something in the ground. It means there is something in the ground. But Graves, I hope this bitch fucking hits me. Sort of. Not every woman is fertile, Rach. That's the other part of the feminist utopia. Is this idea that every female is fertile and every female had a litter of ducklings around her, and that's just not true. It's just not true. procreation was just as carefully controlled for genetic viability back then as it is today. Nothing is changed. They weren't less. Now, even if you had kids, after a certain age, the kids are working too. It's not like the ancient world wasn't like today, where you had just bands of wandering children. No, it was like, you're 6 years old, you can spin thread, get at it. You're old enough to bust rocks, let's go. Bust rocks, little kid. This whole idea that kids should be learning to socialize is that wasn't how ancient people thought about it. Woman shut that thing out, and the very moment it was working. Grind that corn. I'm not joking. I'm actually not joking. That's extremely laborious work, extremely tedious and boring. You stick a kid at it, and there you go. There's your calories. There's your exercise for the day. Grind that fucking corn, little kid. All fucking day. Yeah, sure, mommy. Yeah, sure. I'm right here. Oh, you're doing great, little kid. Wonderful. Oh, it's so mealy. Keep at it. Yeah. That was life for little kids. This idea that like little native kids ran around naked, all happy all the time. Yeah, that only happens with that only happens with prosperity, where the money makes itself. Maybe raiding economies. Maybe raiding economies, but only the children of a certain class and among the raiders can do that. Yeah. What has to be, that's what I'm talking about. It has to be like that in places that aren't rich, that aren't like deeply and filthy rich. Hello, Norman. You gotta make food. We gotta make money. We gotta make food somehow. It's kind of why I talk so much about how I'm going to spend my food money and whether I earn it or not. But I am here. It has been an hour. This is the GRWM Get Ready With Me Fountain, brought to you today by Mo Reese. Thank you for your contribution, Mo. Okay. Let's get a burger. Love you guys. You'll hear from me when you hear from me again. I'll be on Discord if you need to get a hold of me. Take care. Be well.